Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we are here for game 163. Going to be a one-game playoff between the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees, which will determine which team goes to the American League wildcard game. These two teams finished with identical records during the regular season. And now, as we head for this one-game playoff, we see that the Rays are sending lefty Juan Macias out to the mound. He's made 32 starts with a 15-10 record, 3.86 ERA, and a 1.20 WHIP. The Rays lineup will include Cerda, McAlpine, Sabourin, Frederick, Lemieux, Amador, Chips, Besserell, and Joey Bart batting ninth. Edwin Mendoza will be on the mound for the Yankees. That lefty has started 33 games. He has a 12-11 record with a 4.94 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. The Yankees will have a lineup of Bowser, Meadows, Vega, Conroe, Sheichi, Heliot Ramos, Pescia, Sweet Apple, and Corey Collins batting ninth. It is 62 degrees in New York and the wind is blowing in from right at 13 mph. It is time to get today's game underway. Always a bit of a spectacle here in New York as the stars have aligned for this one-game playoff. And we see now these two teams with identical 83-win seasons and went 10-10 against each other during the regular season. So with Edwin on the mound, here comes the pitch. 1-2 is the count. There's a swing and a miss for strike three. That is out number one. Next up is McAlpine facing Mendoza with one out, nobody on. Looking for the sign, here comes the pitch. Grounded towards second. The throw is not made, and that is going to be an infield single with one out in the top of the first inning. So the Rays have a runner on base, and now Sabourin is the next batter. Mendoza facing Sabourin with one out, one man on. Here comes the 1-1 pitch and a drive down the right field line. That's going back toward the wall. The right fielder is going to play it on a hop. Extra bases as the Rays now have second and third with one out in the top of the first inning. So Tampa Bay is threatening, trying to take the lead here in the top of the first inning. Tim Friedrichs now is the batter. He had 30 home runs in the season, facing Mendoza with one out and two men on. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Mendoza delivers. Driven in the air to right field, almost the exact same spot. The right fielder's on the warning track, and he makes the catch in front of the wall. So the runners are going to tag up in advance. The run will score. Man, he was about 18 inches away from a 3-run homer right there. So now, the Tampa Bay Rays have taken the 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning. A sacrifice fly to deep right field. And there's still a runner on third with two outs. And Carlton Lemieux now coming to the plate. 2 outs, one man on. One ball count. Lemieux bats it up the middle. The shortstop has it. The throw over to first, and the inning is over. But not before Tampa takes the early lead, 1-0 going into the bottom of the first inning. Bowser, the batter, leading off for the Yankees here in the bottom of the first. He's facing Macias. The first pitch from Juan Macias. He is looking for the sign. Here comes the delivery. Lined up the middle, that's a leadoff single. So Bowser decides that he is going to lead off the Yankees half inning with a single in the bottom of the first inning. Austin Meadows now the batter. One man on, nobody out. 1-2 is the count. And Meadows pops it up. Short center field. Actually, behind second base, the shortstop calls for it, and he makes the catch for out number one. Vega now batting. Danny Vega, 36 home runs in the season with one out, one man on. 2-1 is the count, and the throw is low. They throw down to second, and Bowser is nailed. So Joey Bart throws out his 8th base runner of the season. The Yankees now have 2 outs and nobody on. But a 3-1 count to Vega. Here comes the next pitch. A grounder towards short. Charging is the shortstop to throw across the diamond, and the inning is over. So the Yankees, despite getting the leadoff man on base, do not score. We're going to the top of the second of a 1-0 ball game. Amador leading off for the Rays here in the top of the second inning. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. It's popped up to right. The right fielder coming in, he looks up and makes the easy play for out number 1. Chip's now batting, 1 out, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count. Here comes the pitch. And he drives it in the air to right. This one on a line, however, the right fielder charging makes the catch for out number 2. And now Berselli comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. Danny Berselli had 5 home runs and a 194 batting average on the season. Here comes the pitch. It's lined down the right field line. That's going into the corner. The right fielder, however, gets there as Chichi makes the catch. The Rays go down in order. We go to the bottom of the second of a 1-0 ball game. Danny Conroe leading off for the Yankees in the bottom of the second inning, facing Juan Macias. Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Driven in the air to right. Right fielder chasing toward right center. The diving play, and he makes the catch. Serta makes an athletic catch out in right field, and that is out number 1. Chechi now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2 balls is the count. Here's the pitch. And Sesto hits it into left on a line. The left fielder ranges over toward the line to make the catch for out number 2. Ramos now batting. 2 outs and nobody on. Heliot Ramos is the Yankees' designated hitter today. 2-ball count. And he grounds it towards short. Charging is the shortstop to throw over to first. And the inning is over. So the Yankees retired in order despite a couple of hard-hit balls. We go to the top of the third of a 1-0 Tampa lead. Joey Bart, one-time Miami Marlin, stepping up to the plate against Mendoza to lead off the top of the third inning. Bart, with a 2-strike count, standing in the right-handed batter's box, and there's a swing and a miss and a high fastball for out number 1. So Bart strikes out swinging. Next up is Will Serta with 1 out and nobody on. Here comes the pitch to Serta, and he grounds it to short. The throw over to first, and that is out number 2. McAlpine now bats with 2 outs and nobody on. McAlpine standing in the left-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch, popped up behind shortstop. Shortstop actually going out into short left field, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Rays retired in order. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 in favor of Tampa. Christian Pasha now steps up to the plate, another tie into the former Miami Marlins, as he faces Juan Macias here in the bottom of the third inning. Pasha standing in, he pops it up to right. Going over toward the right field alley, the catch is going to be made, and that is out number 1. Sweetapple now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Bob Sweetapple with a 1-strike count waiting for the pitch. Grounded toward short. The throw over to first, and it's thrown away. So the Rays shortstop with an errant throw that heads toward the dugout, and Sweetapple is going to be safe on second. So that error puts the tying run in scoring position, and it brings up Corey Collins. With 1 out and 1 man on, 2 balls is the count. Collins lines it past the third baseman into left field. Sweetapple rounding third, but he stops. The third base coach puts up the stop sign, and they do not try to score on the left fielder's arm. So now there's runners on the corners with 1 out, and Macias has a bit of a jam to work himself out of here. Bowser, the next batter, with 1 out and 2 men on. 1 and 2 is the count. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the changeup. He was way out in front of it for out number 2. So Austin Meadows now bats with 2 outs and 2 men on. Austin Meadows, a one-time Tampa Bay Ray, I might add, facing Macias with a 1 and 2 count. There's a grounder towards second. They might get out of the inning. The throw goes over to first, and that will be it. So the error does not end up hurting the Rays. The Yankees strand 2. We go to the top of the fourth of a 1-0 ball game. Ernie Saborin now batting against Edwin Mendoza to lead off the top of the fourth inning. 1 ball is the count. Saborin drives it in the air to left. That's going deep. It might be. It is gone. The Rays have just doubled their lead. Ernie Saborin with a 393-foot home run into the left field stands. It is now 2-0 in favor of Tampa in the top of the fourth inning. Next up is Tim Friedrich with with nobody out. 2 runs is the Rays' lead. First pitch to Friedrich. Here it comes. Driven in the air down the right field line. That one might make it back to back. It lands right inside the foul pole. Back-to-back home runs, 328 feet. He just barely cleared the wall and just barely kept it inside fair territory. It is now a 3-0 Tampa lead. And the Rays, with a rare display of power here in the top of the fourth inning, hitting back-to-back home runs. Of course, those were the 2 leading home run hitters on this team. So now the Yankees are going to bring in a relief pitcher. Jake Hinckley comes into the game. He's thrown 84 innings on the season, 20 walks, 69 strikeouts, and a 2.99 ERA. Hinckley faces the Rays' Carlton Lemieux in the top of the fourth inning with 2 runs in and nobody out. 1 ball is the count. Hinckley looking for the sign. Here comes the delivery. Grounded toward third. Third baseman charges. He has it, but there's no throw over to first. And Hinckley beats it out. Lemieux beats it out off the Hinckley pitch for an infield single. Amador now the batter with a runner on first, nobody out. Here comes the pitch. Inside, the throw goes down to second, and Lemieux has his 44th stolen base of the season. So he now is in scoring position with nobody out. Amador facing Hinckley with a full count. That is low for ball 4. So the walk is issued. The Rays now have first and second with nobody out. Ed Chips is the next batter. Top of the fourth inning, Rays up by 3. Chips with a 1-1 count waiting for the pitch. There's a grounder towards second. The throw goes to short. The relay to first. That's a 4-6-3 double play. So the Yankees infield defense bails them out there. There's now 2 outs and the runner on third. Besserell is the next batter for the Rays. With 2 outs, runner 90 feet away, 2-ball count. Hinckley with the pitch. Grounded toward third. Third baseman backs up. He has it. There's no throw, however, as Conroe does not even bother throwing it across the diamond. It's now a 4-0 Tampa lead here in the top of the fourth inning. Another infield hit for the Rays, and now Joey Bart comes to the plate with 2 outs and the runner on first. Full count pitch, and Bart takes high for ball 4. So he draws the walk after swinging at that pitch for strike 3 in his last at-bat. Serta now the batter, 2 outs and 2 men on. Hinckley struggling to get out of this inning. Here's a 1-2 pitch, grounder toward third. Conroe has it. This time he throws across the diamond. They get him by a step, and the inning is over. But not before Tampa scores 3 times, taking a 4-0 lead into the bottom of the fourth inning. Macias facing Vega to lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Yankees. 1-2 is the count. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball up at his eyes, and it clocked in at 97 for the first out of the inning. Conroe now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Conroe. Here it comes. Lined up the middle, there's a single. So the Yankees have a runner on base with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. The Yankees still looking for their first run of this ball game. And Sesto Shichi comes to the plate. 1 out, runner on first. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded towards second. The throw goes to short. The relay back to first. That's a 4-6-3 double play from the Rays infield defense. And now the inning is over. We go to the top of the fifth. It is still 4-0 in favor of Tampa. McElpeen facing Hinckley, top of the fifth inning. 1 strike is the count. McElpeen waiting for the pitch. There's a liner past the first baseman into right field. That is base hit number 7 on the day for the Tampa Bay offense. And now, with a 4-0 lead, looking for some insurance runs, here comes Ernie Saborin. Saborin hit his home run his last time up. He's 2 for 2 today. 3-1 is the count. That is high for ball 4. So Saborin draws the walk. McElpeen down to second. And now Friedrich comes up. He also hit a home run earlier in this game. Hinckley working with runners on first and second. Nobody out. 1 strike is the count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded toward third. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. There's a 5-4-3 double play. So the Rays infield defense coming through again with the Ground ball double play, and now there's 2 outs and the runner on third. Carlton Lemieux comes to the plate with 2 outs. Runner 90 feet away. 3-1 is the count. That is low for ball 4. And now the Rays have runners on first and third with 2 outs. Amador, the next batter. Top of the 5th inning. 1-2 is the count. Amador pops it up to center. It's going back, going back, going back. It's high off the wall. That's going to be a RBI double, and the Rays now have a 5-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. So runners now on second and third with 2 outs, and Ed Chips the next batter. Hinckley pitching to Chips. I don't know why they're hanging Hinckley out to dry here. Seems like he's been out here for an awful long time. 1 ball is the count, and it's driven in the air deep to right. There is no doubt about that one. Chalk that one up as a 3-run home run. The Rays take an 8-0 lead. 406 feet into the right center field bleachers, and the Rays have blown this game open in the top of the 5th inning. 8-0 now is Tampa's lead. And now the Yankees bring in a new relief pitcher. Santiago Flores comes out of the bullpen. He has thrown 27 2/3, 24 walks, 25 strikeouts, and an ERA of 8.78. So Flores faces Bessarelli with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Flores looking for the sign. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 3. So now the Yankees finally get out of this inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th with Tampa up by 8. Macias facing Ramos in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch from Juan Macias. Here it comes. Driven into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. The Yankees have a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, if they're going to get back in this ball game, the Yankees have a tall hill to climb. Christian Pacia is the next batter. Runner on first, nobody out. 1 ball is the count. Pacia grounds it to short. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. There's a 6-4-3 double play. We have seen some sparkling infield defense from both teams in this game. I think that might be the 4th or 5th double play we've seen turned in this ball game. Macias now facing Sweetapple with 2 outs and nobody on. Full count payoff pitch. Here it comes. Sweetapple grounds it towards short. This time the throw will go directly to first, and the inning is over. So the Yankees are retired without scoring as Macias faces the minimum. We go to the top of the 6th of an 8-0 Tampa lead. Joey Bart is going to lead off for the Rays here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1 is the count. Joey Bart standing in. Here's the pitch. Grounded towards short. The throw goes over to first. That is out number 1. Serta now batting. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Serta. Here it comes. Grounded over to second. There, the throw goes over to first. That is out number 2. That sounded good coming off the bat, but he drove it straight into the ground. McElpeen now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded towards short. The throw goes over to first, and that'll end the inning. So, the Rays are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 8-0 in favor of Tampa. Collins now facing Macias to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for New York. They have got to get back in this ballgame if they plan on holding a rally. This would be a good time to start. Fly ball down the left field line. Left fielder looks up. He puts it away. That is out number 1. Bowser now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Macias with a 1-2 count. Looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is 3 strikeouts now for Macias in this ball game. 2 outs and nobody on. And Austin Meadows the next batter. Austin Meadows from the left side facing the lefty Juan Macias. 2-1 count. Here comes the delivery. And it's driven to left. Coming in fast. The left fielder makes a spectacular diving catch, and the inning is over. The Rays defense just continues to impress all the way around. We're going to the top of the 7th of an 8-0 Tampa lead. Ernie Saborn leading off for the Rays here in the top of the 7th inning. 27 home runs on the season. Waiting for a full count pitch. Here it comes. Grounded towards short. 1 hopper. The throw goes over to first. That is out number 1. Fredericks now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Flores continuing to work. 2 strike count. And he gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a changeup for out number 2. Apparently the Yankees should have brought this guy in sooner. Lemieux now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Flores with a 2-2 count. Here comes the delivery. And a swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So Santiago Flores gets his 3rd strikeout of the day as the Rays are retired in order. We're going to the bottom of the 7th with the Yankees down by 8. Vega leading off against Ethan Doobie. No word if he has a brother, but they could probably make a pretty slick band name if they decided to. So Ethan Doobie on the mound, 28 1/3 innings, 16 walks, 29 strikeouts, and a 5.40 ERA. Doobie faces Vega to lead off the bottom of the 7th for the Yankees. 2-1 count. Doobie with the pitch. And there's a grounder towards second. The second baseman picks it up. He throws to first for out number 1. Next up is Danny Conroe with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Danny Conroe. And there's a pop up to right. Coming in is the right fielder. He looks up and puts it away for out number 2. Sesto Chichi now the batter. He is 0 for 2 today with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-1 is the count. Chichi waits for the pitch. There's a liner. The third baseman dives and makes the catch, and the inning is over. Man, that looked like it was headed for left field. But the third baseman makes the excellent defensive effort, and the 7th inning comes to a close. We go to the top of the 8th with the Rays up by 8. It is now Ramirez batting for the Rays. He is pinch hitting for the number 6 spot here in the top of the 8th inning. Flores continuing to pitch for the Yankees. First pitch to Victor Ramirez. Here it comes. Grounded towards second. Second baseman dives. He has it to throw to first, and that is out number 1. Next up, Ed Chips. 1 out, nobody on. Flores with a 1 strike count. Here's the delivery. Lined in the air down the right field line. That one is going. It is going to clear the wall. The Tampa Bay Rays have a 9-0 lead here in the top of the 9th inning, and they're just continuing to put the pedal to the floor. 343 feet down the right field line. Tampa with an offensive explosion today. And now we see Bessarelli coming to the plate with 1 out and nobody on. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. 2 balls is the count. Here comes the delivery. Driven in the gap in right center field. That's going 1 hop to the wall. Bessarelli rounding first, heading for second. As the ball rattles around in the outfield, he's going to slide into second with a 1 out double. So with a runner on second, 1 out, that'll bring up the catcher, Joey Bart. Top of the 8th inning. Bart 0 for 2 today. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Joey Bart. And he grounds it toward first. The first baseman has it. He'll take it 3 unassisted to the bag for out number 2. The runner advances to third on that play. And now Serta the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Serta facing Robbie Espinoza. Top of the 8th inning. And there's a liner right at the first baseman to end the inning. Hit it right on the nose, but at the first baseman. So the inning is over. The Rays take a 9-0 lead into the bottom of the 8th. And now, Heliot Ramos coming up to bat for the Yankees. He is 1 for 2 today. Facing Ethan Doobie in the bottom of the 8th inning. Doobie with the first pitch, he gets him to pop up on the infield. The first baseman coming down the line calls for it. The second baseman actually calls him off, had a better angle on it, and he puts it away for out number 1. Patient now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Doobie with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded toward third, charging his third baseman. He takes his time, throws over to first, and that is out number 2. Sweet Apple now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. And Sweet Apple grounds it to first. The first baseman picks it up, wins the foot race to the bag, and the inning is over. We're going to the top of the 9th. The Rays with a 9-0 lead. And now, Ron Schiffman is coming out of the Yankees bullpen to pitch the top of the 9th inning. He has a 3-3 record, 63 1/3 innings thrown, 31 walks, 80 strikeouts, and a .99 ERA. Schiffman will face McElpine, Saborin, and Friedrich here in the top of the 9th inning. 2-1 is the count. Schiffman looking for the sign. He has 36 saves on the season. This is not a save situation. There's a liner over the third baseman's head down the left field line. That's going for extra bases. It rattles around in that spot where there's an angle in the wall. And they get a leadoff double for the Rays here in the top of the 9th inning. So Schiffman now facing Saborin. Runner on second, nobody out. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch, grounded toward third. Picked up and thrown over to first. That is out number 1. The runner holds at second, and it brings up Tim Friedrich. He has a home run and 2 RBIs today. With 1 out, 1 man on. 1 ball the count, grounded toward third. He looks the runner back, the throws across the diamond, and that is out number 2. Schiffman now facing Lemieux with 2 outs, and the runner still on second. Schiffman with a 2-ball count delivers the pitch, grounded towards second. Throw goes over to first, and the inning is over. So the Rays do not score despite the leadoff double. We're going to the bottom of the 9th of a 9-0 Tampa lead. And the Rays can sense the victory within their grasp here. Ethan Doobie on the mound for inning work number 3. He would actually qualify for a save if he works another full inning of relief. Doobie will face Collins, Bowser, and Meadows here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2-1 is the count. Ethan Doobie with the pitch. There's a grounder toward short. Picked up and thrown over to first. That is out number 1. Bowser now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. The Yankees down to their final 2 outs. 1-2 is the count. Ethan Doobie with the pitch. And there's a pop-up. Center field. The center fielder has a line on it. He gets over to left center, makes the catch, and that is out number 2. So the Yankees down to their final out. Their season hanging in the balance here as Austin Meadows stands to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Ethan Doobie working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Meadows. And it's a check swing for strike 3, and the game is over. So Tampa Bay wins the 1-game playoff. They earn a wild card spot, and they are going on to face... They're going on to the wild card game now. So the Tampa Bay Rays with 9 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. The Yankees shut out on 4 hits with no errors. The player of today's game is the Rays' Ed Chips. And he went 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, 4 RBIs. And let's see here. Did he hit 2 home runs in today's game as well. So, the Rays end the season at 84 wins and proceed on to the playoffs. Thank you for watching Collins Dynasty Baseball.